to our Yin-Yang Yoga practice for today. You might hear sometimes some funny noise downstairs. They're working on it, so maybe we get a little disturbance in sound noise. So I apologize for that. And let's be ready to our practice. It's going to start with a Yang part, and we ended up with a Jin segment. So let's start first on a sitting position. Find yourself. You can sit on your legs crossed, Sukhasana, or sit on a block like in a bolster like I'm doing, or in a pillow, and just take a moment and prepare yourself not only physically but mentally for this practice. So try to avoid any distraction during the practice and try to really focus and give your attention into it. Lay your hands onto your thighs. Roll your shoulders to the back. And then just create a space, claim a space in your vertebrae up into your spine, all the way up to the crown of your head. By every inhale, just reach up and lengthen your spine. And by every exhale, feel the foundation, the connection with your body into your mat. And try to lengthen in your inhale and your exhale. I want you to feel and bring full awareness into your breathing. Try to relax the muscles on your face, your jaw, your eyebrows. Just completely relax. Shoulders away from your ears. Just feel the air coming through your nostrils, and out, filling up your lungs. And gently open your eyes, bring your hands together in front of your heart center. Your thumbs are touching your sternum. And feel the air touching your fingers when you breathe out through your nose. Bring awareness onto the space around you. And bring back that awareness into yourself. Bring your arms overhead, inhale. And exhale, gently release your arms down towards the floor. Roll your shoulders. Inhale, bring your arms overhead. And exhale, gently turn to your right side. Lower your left hand onto your right knee. And inhale to lengthen your spine. And exhale to deepen your twist over to your right side. Our first spinal twist. Inhale, bring your arms overhead. And exhale, turn to your left, bring your right hand on your left knee. Inhale to lengthen your spine. And exhale to deepen your twist over to your left side. Inhale, bring your arms overhead. Exhale, lower your right hand onto the floor. Crawl away with your fingers. And bend your right elbow, lean over to your right side. Reaching over and out with your left arm. Opening the left side of your rib cage. Inhale, bring your arms overhead. Lower your left arm down towards the floor. Walk over with your hand. Soften your left elbow. Lean over to your left side. Now feel the opening of the right side of your rib cage, your intercostals. Inhale, center. And exhale, you're going to cactus your arms, lower your elbows down towards the floor. Allow your shoulder blades to come closer to each other. Inhale. One more time, cactus, exhale. Inhale. And then gently release your arms down onto the floor. Roll your shoulders loose. I want you to find your way into your table pose or all fours. Excellent. So let's start with a few rounds of cat and cow. Hands underneath your shoulders. Pressing gently with your hands onto the floor. Now inhale, bring your collarbone, your chest forward and elevate your tailbone toward the sky. Exhale, round your spine, tucking your tailbone under, maybe looking at your belly button. Inhale, collarbone forward, chest in the front, and your tailbone up, dropping your belly. And then exhale, round your spine, tucking your tailbone under. Inhale. Exhale, round your spine. And this I'm going to hold right here, activate your core muscles. And then go back to neutral. Take your right arm to the front, your left leg to the back. Inhale to lift. And exhale to stay, flex your left foot, stay strong, core stability. Stay connected, reaching out with your right arm forward and reaching out with your left foot out to the back. Inhale, exhale, elbow to knee, knee to elbow, round your spine. Inhale to open. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, one more time. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, gently lower your right hand, lower your left. And let's try the other side. So take your left arm to the front, right leg to the back. Inhale to lift. And hold, flex your right foot, reaching out with your left hand to the front, with your right foot to the back. Making a strong line between the fingertips and all the way to the heel. Inhale, exhale, elbow to knee, knee to elbow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One more time, exhale. Inhale. And then exhale, lower your hand to the floor, your knee to the floor. Beautiful. Tucking your toes under. Take your knees off the floor about 10 centimeters and hold. Activate your core muscles. Press down with your hands evenly onto the floor. Activate every single corner of the palm of your hands onto the floor. Inhale, exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. It's our first dog, so please take a moment. You can pedal, so wiggle, do anything you need to do before you settle down into your first downward dog. Excellent. Lifting your heels up, round your spine, inhale, wave your back into a plank position. And exhale, lower all the way down to the floor, hug your elbows in. And tuck your toes. Roll your shoulders to the back, inhale, mini cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, mini cobra. Exhale, lower down one more time. Inhale, mini cobra, and this time I'm going to hold here. Take your arms to the back, and your feet and your legs are coming up, and hold. Stay strong, warming up the lumbar muscles. Press strongly with your pubic bone onto the floor. Beautiful. Gently release. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, tucking your toes under. Come onto your knees. Inhale. And exhale into a child's pose. Inhale into a plank. And exhale, lower down all the way. Roll your shoulders to the back. Let's go for a medium cobra. Inhale. Exhale. Come up onto your knees. Inhale. Exhale, child's pose. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Hug your elbows in. Lower all the way down. Roll your shoulders to the back. Medium cobra. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Come up onto your knees. Child's pose. Exhale. Go back into a plank, tucking your toes under and elevate your hips up into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Your feet are hip width apart. You're looking at your belly button, drishti to your navel, gazing to your navel. Pressing evenly with your hands onto the floor. Maybe soften your knees a little bit. Allow your hamstring to just come slowly into a full extension. Bend your knees, look into your hand, and slowly walk toward your hands. Line up your fingers with your toes. And have your big toes together, your heels slightly apart. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Soften your knees and roll all the way up. Very gentle, slowly. And then at the end, roll your shoulders to the back. And then you palm your hands are facing forward in Tadasana. And hold. Surya Namaskara Classic, Sun Salutation Classic. Inhale where you are for Tadasana. Exhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart center. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, tall mountain. Now try to engage your core, but also opening your chest and maybe a gentle back bend. And then exhale, line up with your biceps, ears, arms straight with your back forward fold. Engage your core. Land, reaching down, slowly line up your toes with your fingers. Uttanasana. Stepping with your right leg to the back. Lower your left knee onto the floor. Make sure your left knee stays on top of your ankle for a low lunge. Coming up slowly, bring your hands onto your knees, rise up, hold. Now what I want you to do here is to tuck in your tailbone under to protect your sacrum region, so we don't compress too much into your lower back. So a little tilt to your pelvis, posterior tilt of your pelvis. Inhale, bring your arms overhead. And exhale, gently, cautious, deepening onto your left lunge. So make sure you keep your knee on top of your ankle. And then exhale, lower down your hands onto the floor. Inhale into a plank position. Exhale, lower your knees, hug your elbows in, and lower your chest, chin onto the floor, maintain your hips elevated, Ashtanga Namaskara. Untuck your toes, roll your shoulders to the back, Bhujangasana Cobra, inhale. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. This time your feet are together, so your big toes are together, your heels are slightly apart. Stepping with your right foot between your hands. Lower your left knee onto the floor. Inhale, just pressing down into the floor with your fingertips, lifting your chest forward, your collarbone to the front. Maybe look up. And then exhale, step with your left foot next to the right for Uttanasana, forward fold. Engage your core muscles, maybe softening your legs. Inhale, rise up, Urdhva Hastasana, bring your arms with you, your back straight, arms straight, rise up with a gentle back bend. Exhale, bring your hands in front of your heart center. Inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, hands in front of your heart center. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, tall mountain. Exhale, hinge from your hips forward fold. Line up your ears with your biceps, your back is straight. Uttanasana. Step with your left foot to the back. Lower your left knee onto the floor. Once more, let's take a moment to align here. So bring your hands onto your knee. And then what I want you to do is to give me a posterior tilt of your pelvis, protecting the region of your lower back, your sacrum region. Bring your arms overhead, inhale, and maybe deepening onto your right leg. So you're nice and stretching, opening your hip flexors, your hip joint. Inhale. It's up to you if you want to look up, it's fine. And then exhale, bring your hands to the floor, frame your right foot. Step into a plank position, inhale. Lower your knees, hug your elbows in, and lower your knee, chest, chin onto the floor, maintain your hips elevated, Ashtanga Namaskara. Inhale, roll your shoulders to the back and tuck your toes, Bhujangasana Cobra. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. You can couple on your knees if you want to, and then lifting your hips up, maintain your feet together. Beautiful. Stepping with your left foot in between your hands, lower your right knee onto the floor. Pressing with your fingertips onto the floor, lifting your chest forward, maybe looking up, inhale. And exhale, step with your right foot next to the left for Uttanasana, forward fold. Engage your core muscles, inhale, rise up with your back straight, arms straight, Urdhva Hastasana, tall mountain. Exhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart center. Inhale into your Tadasana and hold. Beautiful. Inhale, bring your arms overhead. Exhale, hinge from your hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, I want you to step your left foot to the back. Lower your left heel onto the floor. Creating alignment, preparing yourself for Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Make sure your right knee stays on top of your ankle. Inhale, rise up. And then just bring your arms overhead, square your hips. So you want to bring your left hip to the front, your right hip to the back. Your left foot is in a 45-degree angle. You don't want to have in Warrior 1 to have your foot open because this is not a side pose, this is forward pose. So you want to have an angle of 45-degree angle and hold. So arms are overhead, can be apart, can be together. And if you can, look up to your thumbs. Warrior 1. Inhale. Exhale, but now we transition into Warrior 2. So open your hips, open your foot about 90-degree angle, left foot, and lower your arms about shoulder level. Line up your shoulders over your hips. Maintain active the left outside of your left foot onto your mat. Make sure your right knee stays on top of your ankle. Tuck your shoulders over your hips. Inhale, bring your arms overhead and maybe come onto your right heel, extending both legs. Exhale, bring your hands in front of your heart center, bend your right knee, control transition into Warrior 2. Let's do this one more time. Inhale, extending your right leg, bring your arms overhead, hands together, and lower your hands in front of your heart center, open Warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior, peaceful reverse warrior, placing your left hand behind your left knee and opening the left side of your body, the right side of your rib cage on to the sky. Inhale, and then exhale, lower your right arm down onto your right thigh, right knee, and swing your left arm to the front and open your chest to your left side angle. So try to create this straight diagonal, straight line from the fingertips of your left hand all the way down to your left ankle. Excellent. Inhale, Warrior 2. Interlace your fingers behind your back, open your chest, inhale. Humble warrior, lowering your right shoulder on the inside of your right thigh, right knee. Take your arms with you. Humbleness. Release your hands to the floor. Reaching out and forward with your arms. Just have the same sensation about the downward facing dog. Beautiful. Walk your hands back. Frame your right foot in between, lifting your left heel off the floor. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, come up gently onto your right leg, lifting your left knee up. Inhale, arms up. Let me step back a little bit for you guys so you can stay with me. Excellent. We'll relax your shoulders. Swing the arms to the back and take with you your left leg. Very good. Stay strong. Maybe lean a little bit forward and taking your left leg up and maybe flexing your left foot. Oops. Lower your left foot onto the floor. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, 5-point star. Exhale, warrior two to the back of your mat. So now you have your left foot in front. Excellent. Windmill your arm gently down towards the floor. Step into a plank position. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Bend your knees, look into your hands and gently walk forward. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Rise up, inhale, Uddha Hastasana. Exhale, hinge from your hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, step with your right foot to the back. Lower your right heel onto the floor, preparing yourself for warrior one. So your right foot, the heel of your right foot is aligned with the left heel. And your right foot is in 45-degree angle. Rise up, inhale, Virabhadrasana 1. So I want you to square your hips. So don't open your hip in this way, but bring your right hip to the front and your left hip to the back. Arms overhead, hands together if it's available. You can have also your arms open. Look up to your thumbs, straightening your right leg. Inhale, exhale, warrior two. Now you transition, open sideways, your shoulder, your hips. Right foot is 90-degree angle. Stop your shoulders over your hips. Stay strong. Inhale, extending your left leg, come up onto your left heel, arms overhead. Exhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart center. Warrior two. Inhale, arms overhead, hands together in front of your heart center, transition gently into warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. So bring your right hand just behind your right knee and opening the left side of your body, your rib cage. Your intercostals. I'm so happy at the moment for you to do this. Depending on your left knee, if it's available for you. Inhale. Exhale, bring your left elbow onto your left knee, left thigh, and swing gently your arm forward, reaching out, creating this straight diagonal with your right arm all the way. Beautiful. Try to avoid collapsing too hard onto your left thigh. Try to maintain strong core, supporting your line. Inhale, warrior two. So creating this big circle with your arms. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Inhale. Exhale, humble warrior. Lowering your left shoulder on the inside of your left knee or your left inner thigh and hold. Release your hands to the front, reach out with your arms and hold. Have the same sensation as you have with a downward dog in your arms. So you're deepening your chest down onto the floor. Walk with your hands gently, lifting your right heel off the floor. Inhaling to a crescent lunge. And exhale, swing the arms to the back. Inhale, stepping forward with your right knee coming off the floor. Let me go a little bit to the back for you guys so you can check out what is happening. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, swing the arms to the back, extend your leg to the back into warrior three. Now from here we're going to start low and explore, see how far I can go, maybe a little bit higher. So just explore and see what is the right height for you today. Inhale into a crescent lunge. Exhale, exhale, warrior two. Inhale, 5-point star. Exhale, warrior two to the front of your mat. Windmill your arms down onto the floor. Step into a plank position. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Come up into a plank. Lower your knees onto the floor. And then slowly cross your legs, cross heel over heel, and find your way into a sitting position. Beautiful. All right, arriving into our Yin segment. We're going to start with your legs in a diamond shape. Now, diamond shape. You don't want to bring your feet too close to the groin area. Not necessarily now. We're not going to do any butterfly. We just want to open further to the front. All right? So I'm going to give you two options. All right? So maybe you can have a look both options and then you can choose, or you can explore both and feel which one is better for you. The option number one is just simply be aware of your core. You don't want to press out your internal organs. You also want to keep it into. So you want to come down slowly and fold forward, relaxing completely, surrendering to this pose. This is the option number one. The option number two, you can take your arms underneath and dive gently. Maybe this one goes a little bit more deep into the pose, or you can decide which one is going to be good for you. You can always use a pillow or a bolster to be able to maybe place your forehead onto the idea is that when you use our support for yourself, it's just to make sure that there is no tension, there is not an opposite tension of the pose. So you really want to let go onto it. All right, let's go for it. I'm going to try to give you as little cues as possible, so I let you feel yourself, the sensations in your pose. All right, let it go for it for a moment. Let's stay here for a few minutes. And I want you to pay attention and observe the quality of your breathing. Every time you find yourself wandering around with your thoughts, always bring back your attention into your breathing. Our breathing is a bridge to a mindfulness practice. So try to maintain that connection with it. And feel every sensation in your body. Not only observe the quality of your breathing, but also observe any sensation you have. What is happening in your spine from your tailbone and coming up vertebra by vertebra up towards your the crown of your head. Just feel the space between each vertebrae. Then slowly come back straight, very, very slowly. Stay where you are. I'm just gonna turn the other way so you can see clearly what I'm gonna do next. Open your feet about hip width apart or a bit wider maybe. Bring your hands behind your hips and then lower your knees onto your side, maybe connecting your knee with your ankle. Inhale, center. Try the same to the other side. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, gently release. Beautiful. Now, let's find one more time that table pose that we did before. So come up into your table pose. Tucking your toes under. And gently lifting your hips up toward the sky into a downward facing dog. Lifting your right leg up, inhale. And exhale, bring that right knee towards your right hand. Maybe your right foot towards your left hand. And tuck your toes. Maybe slide your left foot a little bit to the back. Slide your leg. Now come up into your hands first, straight hands underneath your shoulders. And then I want you to look over your left shoulder, that your left foot is lined up with your left hip. It's not too much on the left, not too much inside. Good. And then come back to the center. Now, if you feel any discomfort in this pose, always flex your foot. So we'll protect your knee. This is point. If you feel discomfort on your knee, flex your foot. All right? Come to the front. Inhale. Now let's explore. This is very individual. Every anatomy is completely different. So you need to come with yourself slowly. I will guide you. You have the first option, maybe, to come into your forearms. If this is too intense, please go back into your hands. You can always explore and see what happens if you go with your arms reaching forward. But you need to keep in mind that you don't want to collapse on the right side. You don't want to lean on the right side. You want to maintain both hips lined up. If you need to use a block or a pillow to place underneath your right hip, please do so. If not, try to maintain line up your hips and maybe reaching forward with your arms. And just feel the sensations in your body. What is your knee telling you? Is your knee telling you this is too deep for me maybe? Am I collapsing on the right side? Are my hip girdle, is my hip girdle line up? Is there any change of my breathing quality? Is getting shallower or faster? Observe the sensations in your body. Reconnect with your breathing. Slowly go back into your hands. Press your hands down onto the floor, lifting yourself up. Tucking your toes under from your left foot and slowly come up into a downward facing dog. Be generous with your right leg. Just small movements with your right. Coming out of that deep twist. So you need to really create small movements. Do some more small movements to release any tension. Let's try it on to the other side, lifting your left leg up, inhale. And exhale, bring the left knee toward your left wrist, toward your left hand, left foot toward your right hand. And tuck your toes. Maybe slide your right foot a little bit backwards. Come up into your hands. And then I want you to look over your right shoulder. Make sure your right foot is lined up with your right hip. Come to the front. Inhale. And then exhale. Let's come into your forearms and feel the sensations. Observe what is going to happen. Make sure you do not collapse onto your left side. If you observe me, if you look at me, I'm going to collapse. I'm going to lean completely on my left. So you don't want to have this, but you want to maintain your hips in the same height. Left and right should be parallel to the floor. If you are fine here, if you think, okay, yes, this is all right for me, maybe you can explore with your arms forward and feel the sensations, what is the difference. And if it doesn't feel right, just please go back into your hands or your forearms. Observe the sensations on your left knee. If you're having too much intensity, sensations on your knee, flex your left foot. If the sensation is not going away, don't stay with it, but go back onto your forearms or onto your hands. Listen to your body. What is right for you sometimes today is not right tomorrow or yesterday. It's always different. So maybe every day you go into this depth, but today maybe your body is telling you, please don't. So listen to it. Slowly come back into your hands and lift yourself up really gentle. Tucking your toes under from your right foot and then elevate your hips up towards the sky, extending your left leg, be kind to your left leg. You're just coming out from a deep and long flexion, so gentle, maybe pedal, move, beautiful. Now from here you're going to lower both knees onto the floor and then continue lowering all the way down onto the floor into a sphinx. So this time your elbows are going to be underneath your shoulders. The palm of your hands are going to be facing up, a signal of receiving and also letting go. Now your spine, your cervical spine, about your neck, should be neutral or relaxed. Don't look to the front to compress your spine, but either neutral or let it hang a little bit. If this is too much intensity for you, you can always walk your elbows forward to reduce the intensity. But if this is fine with you, please stay with me for a moment. Excellent. Please stay here for a little longer. But if you want to explore with me, you can turn the palm of your hands down and open your hands a little wider and press gently yourself up. But if this is too much sensation for you, go back or stay on your elbows. I don't want you to force any pose. I want you to be able to completely relax into this pose. Observe your breathing. And then slowly, gently lower down. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. And then press yourself up gently. Bring your big toes together. Your knees are going apart. Your big toes together. And then connect your sit bones with your heels. And then slowly walk maybe forward with your arms for a moment and hold into a child's pose. Balasana. You can either stay here or take your hands next to your feet. Allow the forehead to be on the floor. Try to connect your heels with your sit bones. Then slowly come back. This is just a transition. And slowly roll up. Beautiful. Then I want to come into a sitting position. Bring your arms overhead, inhale. Engage your core muscles and exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. Shavasana. Our final pose. The most important pose in any practice of yoga. Observe the sensations in your body, not only physical, but energetic and emotional. Completely surrender into your mat. Maybe close your eyes. In Shavasana, we take a moment to search for any tension left in your body after your practice. I strongly suggest for you to stay in Shavasana for a little longer if you have the time. In my practice today, we're going to end in a very short now Shavasana, but again, please stay longer if you have the time. I thank you very much for your practice with me today, and I hope to see you again soon. Please stay positive and healthy. Namaste. Thank you so much.